So we're back. We're starting this podcasting again, and we're going to do the quick, easy pop for us, and that's we're going to talk about Call of Duty. Pretty much, our game plan was we're going to do like a best of Call of Duty, but I think it's just going to be more reminiscing of playing Call of Duty, older Call of Duties.
And also our general thoughts.
Yeah.
Today on the podcast, we have Meta Jameis.
Oh, we're not doing those anymore. I'll just be Jameis, and you can just be Josh. Or Shy.
I've been demoted from Nega Josh to Josh. Next week, I will be demoted to Young Josh. And then I will be sad.
No, you'll just have no name.
God damn.
But I hate you. Yeah, overall, well, we probably should talk about, our experiences with Call of Duty.
I actually want to start one step further back because Call of Duty just has that rift. It's one of the most casual games out there now. So many people play it. It's like you look at all the sales numbers, that shit is ridiculous. Redonkulous even.
Redonkulous.
But either way...
You don't need to say redonkulous ever again.
Duly noted. Either way, you have the gamers who say it's not a game at all. Activision said it themselves. This is not a gamer's game. And it has a lot of stigma towards it. Either way, you start off first. How do you feel about it?
It's fun. If you take it for what it is, it's fun. It's most games you have to, sit down and you have to get into the game, which could take a long time. Call of Duty is, I've got a half hour to kill before I have to do something as the cats fight each other, and I can get a couple matches of Call of Duty and have fun, and then just take off, and nothing's lost, other than, my Xbox Live friends bitching because...
I have a very similar experience back in school. I'd always be like, well, I got an hour before class. I can get a couple games of Modern Warfare 2 in. Oh, God, that was a while ago. But these days, it's like, hey, I got a couple friends online. We could just... This game is big, it's dumb, but it's fun.
Yeah, and it's one of the few games that you could get into, and you can just BS with, internet friends that you're like, I don't have any real life friends. You guys are my friends, so we'll play Call of Duty together.
What's that noise? Oh God, James, I think that there's a Titan falling on your house, right in the corner over there on your cats.
But it's just a fun game in the end. Everybody's like, it's the downfall of the video game industry, and blah blah blah. It's
to be fair, it kind of is.
Yeah,
but it's still at face value. It's just dumb fun.
Yeah,
you can enjoy it with your friends just as much as any other game, especially since it's just, I have to leave in 15 minutes. Fun story. We can all play for that 15 minutes together.
Yep. Until you run into bullshit lag or cheaters.
Or the fucking assault.
Shield.
Anyways, back on track.
So we should probably talk about, our experience, and I'll let you go. Or where you got your start with Call of Duty, seeing as how I know you've played it longer than I have, so.
Yeah, so technically we played it the same amount of time, but let's clarify. I hopped on the bandwagon back in 07, 08 with Call of Duty 4. That game was pretty amazing. That was probably the first single player I completely beat through. The campaign was amazing. It was something for its time.
Gosh, nobody wants to hear about the campaign of Call of Duty. It sucks.
I just kind of had a very sad face. And
because it's true. Nobody cares about the campaign of Call of Duty
4, at least they did. Modern Warfare 2 I beat, but that's when it really became apparent that fuck this.
They all just died. No Russians. No Russians, Josh. No Russians.
Only American white people in this world.
I murdered everybody. Everyone's like, you don't have to. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to murder everybody. I'm going to kill my own team. Don't kill your own enemy. Game over. Or don't kill your own team.
Damn you, Makarov. Anyways, played Modern Warfare 2. I hopped off at Black Ops. I had some problems with Black Ops. I had the game for about 3 weeks, then I got rid of it. I didn't hop on to Modern Warfare 3. I borrowed it. I played it for about a solid month, then I hopped off again. I hopped back on for Black Ops 2, played it just as much as the other guy here. Ghost, we'll get into my feelings of Ghost later.
Yeah, Ghost is easily tired. I was late to the whole getting a 360 thing because I was poor and didn't even have the internet, so I was like, well, what's the point? So I got in off of Modern Warfare 2 after playing countless hours of Halo 3, which I still have fond memories, but it's hard to go back to.
I kept saying, get Modern Warfare 2. You'll love it. I would let you borrow my copy, but goddamn, I'm not done with this. And it's been 8 months into this thing.
Yeah, and then, so I got Modern Warfare 2, played it, I loved it. It took me a while. It's, stat-wise, it's my worst Call of Duty I have, or you have my copy, but, then, you know, I waited a bit because, on Black Ops, because, Halo Reach had came out, and I was like, yeah, you know, from the trailers on Black Ops and the stuff I don't like about Modern Warfare 2, a.k.a. explosions everywhere, I was like, well, Black Ops, I might hold off. And then I realized that I really didn't care that much for Halo.
Loved the beta, which was the weirdest thing.
Halo Reach beta, Beta. Oh my god, I was amazing at it. And then the game came out, I'm like, this isn't as fun as the beta was.
Again, opposite opinions, because I hopped off at Halo 3. Then I just loved the shit out of Halo Reach.
And then I got Black Ops, played around, you know, made some friends on there, a.k.a. the 3 friends I knew from Josh. I made more friends, which, you know, they're great people. I don't know how many of them I still have on my list.
Jew.
Nah, Jew's alright.
I play Titanfall with him a lot.
But, so we, after that, I just continue going for us, and I generally, you know, I play it a good ton just for, you know, if I come home late or don't have a whole day to kill on a game, I'll pop it in and play. So, yeah, played a good amount of Black Ops, but I was still living at Shannon's, and he had crap internet, so it was hard to play. And by the time I got internet, when I moved out, Modern Warfare 3 was out, and that's like my game. People who's played Modern Warfare 3 knows, yeah, you don't mess with that guy, because he'll just, like, he knows how to run everything and do anything you can do.
Until you run into my G36, you son of a bitch.
And then, you know, Black Ops 2, which, again, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Modern Warfare 3, I'd say I might enjoy a little bit more because of the maps. And
the Black Ops 2 maps were so, and fuck Hijack. We'll get into more later, but for the moment, let's just keep going.
And I play Ghost a lot, but I also just play I like to play the party games like
Gun Game for life.
Gun Game and Infected. Just nobody's on. Let's go play this. Oh, little kids talking. Mute all players. So that's pretty much our backstory to the whole Call of Duty universe. So now we're just gonna talk about. I mean, what do you want to talk about? The maps first, or? We were going to do like a best of, but then we realized we were just talking.
And we were going to talk about guns, and then it's like, it all comes down to personal preference.
Right.
But there's a couple standouts we will mention as we start to talk about the maps.
Fun, but maps. Well, what game would you say had the most solid map base?
I would have to give this to Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
It's before they had the bigger maps. They had the, still some bigger maps from Call of Duty 4. I can't say they were balanced. None of these you can say are really balanced, but they had some decent maps. They had a decent size. They had plenty to work with. first made me a little worried about this when I first started playing Modern Warfare 2, the day it came out, was they went more for the quote-unquote realism. They had a bunch of shit just strewn about the place. They had just debris and rubble sticking out of every area, which made it feel less like an arena, like Call of Duty 4 did. But after a while, once you start to know the maps better, you start to realize things like, that cabin ain't so great.
Yeah.
These areas ain't so great. Once you know how to counter these areas, all of a sudden that rubble that just seems useless starts to look like cover. You figure out how to get rid of all these camping holes, and the arena map it kind of turned it upside down.
I mean, Modern Warfare 2 had some great maps, though I feel like most of the maps are all super underutilized. Case in point, sub base. I mean, literally a third of the map is where everything happened if you were playing team deathmatch. Everything
subs.
Yeah, everything else. Like, I mean, the objectives, of course, it was spread out because it had to be, because you had to play the objective. But
did you know there was a computer room
in sub base?
Yeah, did you know there was a computer room?
Yeah,
yeah, and there was also a warehouse. Most people don't realize this when they're on the dock.
No,
yeah.
And there was also a spot where every time
that's the third of the map is that fucking dock.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
And then there was that big dumb hangar where people would sit on that top area. No, and then you also had that roundabout building. There was the cut through, and then on the further right, if you were the SAS, I wanted to say, there was that roundabout room, which was a square with the chain link, and then the upstairs.
Yep.
Which was the first computer room of the second, which people don't realize.
Yep.
Because there's the quote-unquote guardhouse area of the map, which I'm sure people won't remember a guardhouse area.
Yep, there was all that. There was a lot more. There was like a little like another dock area with a bunch of subs there, and if you wanted to, step out and have a cigarette break, you can hop on one of those and just lay down and be like, okay, they're never gonna see me here. Nobody's gonna come this way.
So let's start at Modern Warfare 2 since we're already there. What was your favorite map from Modern Warfare 2?
Oh, it's a tough call. Favorite map maybe High Rise. Okay, probably good. High Rise.
I was gonna say we'll separate the.
It might not
DLC
be my.
First.
Yeah, well, it might not be my best map, but I would say it's probably my favorite map. It was a balanced map. It supported every single game, any gameplay you want to do, sniping, run and gun.
There was a few good sniping points in that map, especially
How about the
roof. Okay. We don't talk about on top of the roof here.
I love people going up there because I'm on the other side. I'm like, I bet you people are going to try and get on top of the roof. Pop.
Shut up. That's technically cheating. Activision is listening to this right now. We will be actively banned for 5 years in the future.
They don't know our gamer cards, and nobody plays Modern Warfare 2 anymore. It's hacked.
Well, yeah, but the first 5 seconds of the map, that opening where no matter which side you're on, you could snipe right off.
Oh,
the
yeah,
map.
you could just.
That was a perfect
You could pull out something out.
You had 2 good cubicle areas that you could just have a sniper war between some other asshole for the whole map.
But High Rise was a great map. Every other map I had to kind of think. Karachi was all right. It was kind of fun, and it was had the mobile. That was the one with the. It was all
and then had that one bridge everybody loved.
Oh, in the back area.
It was actually in the center, because then there was the little village on the left side, the marketplace.
Uh-huh.
And then you could hop on top of the mosque.
Yep.
Yeah, we're talking about the same place.
Yep. And that was a fun map. I feel like every time I think of Modern Warfare 2 maps though, I feel like Infected was in it, but I'm like it's not. But I'm like, now thinking about it, man, if that game mode was in that game, it would people would play that game just for that game mode.
I will tell you why you think that, and it's because they brought back my personal favorite map in Modern Warfare 3. They brought back Terminal. Terminal was hands down my favorite map. I love Terminal, and again, another underutilized map was Invasion.
Yeah. Well, Invasion.
Everybody fought at the embassy. That was a fight for the embassy.
Well, Terminal, everybody fought for the inside, that back where the restaurant and all that, and so, which was a spawn point for
Burger Town.
Burger Town,
and the
baggage check.
Check.
That's where I was. The baggage check. You're walking down that skyway. I don't think so, bud. You're gonna get killed by me.
Then there was the actual metal detectors, and then everybody who was new to the map decided, hey, behind this baggage cart seems like a good place to go. Except it's easy to get shot through.
Yep. But I think a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 maps, I kind of were like, it was fun, but I think almost all the maps are underutilized. Skid Row, another example. Everybody fought for the one side that had that corner building and the forklift and all that.
Oh.
Everybody went over there.
I think probably the most honestly balanced map in that.
Scrapyard was
because you had that plane in the middle. You had the hangar on one side, but to counter that hangar on the SAS side, I want to say.
I can't remember where you. I remember where you spawned, but I can't remember what.
Let's use Counter-Strike terms. There was the counter-terrorist and there was the terrorist.
Yes.
So the hangar was on the counter-terrorist side.
Yep.
Then the terrorist side spawned on the office.
Yeah, I was going to say computer room because I think that's what it is in Ghosts, but yes.
Yes. So from now on, we will be referring to the counter-terrorists and terrorists.
Yeah. And it was a balanced map. It had little snipe support on it, but that's all right. I'm not a sniper. I will honestly say this. Pretty much, in Call of Duty, I can handle a sniper rifle a little bit, but pretty much in any video game that requires sniping, I don't want to touch it.
Except for Counter-Strike again.
I was the worst at sniping with Counter-Strike, even with the AWP. I know it was the cheapest weapon in all first.
You just have to aim at the general continent.
I'm still horrible at it.
Unless you're playing Steam, then you have to at least know their zip code.
Yeah, not good at sniping. So I can map general my way, as in I can know where you're spawned, like the enemy is spawning at, based off looking at the start menu map, because we played hardcore, so we didn't have the little mini map all the time, and I would figure stuff out.
Full life.
But pretty much, you give me a submachine gun, and I'll work my way around the map, and I'll kill the enemy. Assault rifle, I can do if I want to get it. For assault rifles is pretty much my long range gun of choice. Minus Ghost with the marksman rifle, and where everybody goes, well, if you suck
everybody has a marksman rifle.
If you suck at sniping, how are you good with the marksman rifle? It's like, you don't have to lead the bullets.
I said that's the problem with Ghost.
Yes,
bringing that up again. That's the problem with Ghost.
Yeah, a little
bit. Ghillie suits. Anyway,
but and then the Black Ops maps. Honestly, the only map that I could truly say I enjoy was Firing Range. Nuketown, it was fun. It had its moments. It was good. It was good when you were playing the wager matches. Nuketown was fun.
I'll take your word for it.
But other than that, it was pretty much cut and dry. Oh, we should.
No, I was actually wanting to, before you got into this, honestly, I wanted to bring up a couple things. So, as you know, there was 2 DLC packs for Modern Warfare.
Yep.
So, instead of pretty much bringing them all with their merits, especially since it's a little confusing, because I don't even remember which ones they were between the stimulus package and the bailout package, or
something like the bailout was a map.
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
Hey, we're not gonna get into politics on our show.
But we're not getting into politics. It's just the fact that Activision was like, hey, there was a presidential thing, stimulus. Let's make our Call of Duty shit based off of this.
Yes, and I think that may have still been George W. Why
not?
But Bailout, speaking of which, was a fun map. I do enjoy that.
To be honest, that was probably my favorite new map. I repeat, new map, because I don't consider the Call of Duty 4 maps into this, because if I had to pick a favorite map of all time. But
I just lost you. You said hands down Crash.
Hands down Crash. Can you pick me up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was you just must have stepped out. What else is on it? I love Trailer Park. That was a great map for me.
I knew you were going to say Trailer Park. I knew you were going to say it.
All because
I hate that.
Why?
I don't like Trailer Park because all I remember about Trailer Park is the one set of trailers in the counter-terrorist spawn. No, it would be the terrorist spawn.
The terrorists, I think, spawn...
Because remember, there's the washing machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the terrorist spawn. All I remember is the washing machines and the one trailer where you could see down an alley.
Yep.
And then on the other side, you had the one cut-through trailer, and then you had like the only small like warehouse kind of area.
Yep.
I can't call it a warehouse, but that's just the
yeah.
easiest like comparable. It was the most like it was the easiestly.
Hey guys, don't run down there at the start. I'm gonna fire a javelin shot. What, Drifter? You fucking asshole! What are you doing? I told you not to go that way.
Your one-man army backpack doesn't save you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Carnival was fun too. I like that one.
I didn't like that second map pack. I'm sorry. Vacant and Strike was all it had for me. And then the fucking fuel rock. That one rock.
Fuel.
The infamous rock on fuel, where I'm like, hey, this feels a lot like DE underscore nuke from Counter-Strike. And then I get shot from a rock. And I'm like, what? Wait, there's nobody on the rock. Then I get shot again from the rock. And I'm like, I saw the bullet trail. Then I realize, wait a second, he's in the rock. Fuck that guy. Then you realize there's 3 people in the rock. And it's like, how can you fit 3 people in that rock?
Yep. Or if nobody went into the rock glitch, you'd run around and you'd be like, okay, I've ran around the entire map and not seen anybody. What the hell's going on?
Maybe it's in one of the 2 obvious warehouses.
Oh, we also forgot to talk about Rust.
Nobody talks about Rust. Rust was only good for bullshitting with friends on private matches.
You couldn't play it in a hardcore team deathmatch. They removed it from
shields on private matches.
Yeah, they had to remove it because they're like, everybody's just going to shoot tubes because no matter what direction you shoot a tube, somebody's going to be there and they're going to die.
It's the Call of Duty 4 shipment gambit.
Yes, I never played that.
I know you didn't. It was loosely based on that. They're like, well, they had shipment on Call of Duty 4. What can we have for a crazy free-for-all?
That's because they're like, it's the problem is the small maps all have good intentions of maybe it will help people run around and have fun. Well, when you add tubes and then you realize that the majority of people who play this, like Call of Duty, like to camp, then the small maps just turn into a huge hassle or tug of war. It's either they're all huddled in close to each other watching every angle so you have no way to get close until you fire a tube and you kill all of them. Or it's literally a tug of war as the map is split in half, a.k.a. Nuketown.
And we'll come back to fucking Nuketown.
No,
that's going to be the theme of this podcast. We'll come back to fucking this.
Yes, Nuketown.
Yes, we'll come back to just fucking this.
Yeah, but going on to Black Ops, no,
not yet.
Oh, come on.
Fuck you. No, we're gonna say what was your favorite weapon personally in Call of Duty or
TAR 21 or the UMP.
Oh my god, I forgot the TAR 21 was in that game.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh man,
it's between those two, really.
My mind is blown right now.
You forgot about the TAR?
I did forget about the TAR. I still stand by the SCAR for life.
The SCAR.
20 rounds, but who cares about that loss of 10 bullets when you're just that accurate and that powerful? Especially in hardcore when 1 bullet would kill somebody from like close to mid range and 2 from long range.
Yeah,
but you could also never go wrong with the M2 or M4.
I never used that, even though it was unlocked right at the beginning. Surprisingly, I'm like, M4, yep.
It was the most all-around gun that could ever possibly exist.
You know what map I just realized?
What?
Estate.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a reference to that in the beginning of this podcast when I was talking about mansions, and that was the said mansion.
Estate. That
The counter to, or there was 2 counters to that estate, and the 2 counters was the greenhouse and the boathouse.
you could get on top of the boathouse and you could do some damage.
You definitely could, because people didn't think to look up top of the boathouse, and people didn't think to look under the boathouse either.
Nope.
Until later on when people figured out, hey, that boathouse is fucking us up.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get a good look at that. But either people countered from the boathouse or people countered from the greenhouse.
Yeah, because if you weren't in the house, you weren't going to see anybody.
Unless they were unless you were like an actual party of 6 and you were against a bunch of random run down, and then they'd feel the fear of the snowmobile. That snowmobile of death.
Why are you in my snowmobile garage? I was here. This is my vehicle.
You walked into the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
You guys get back up in your mansion. Fuck you guys. Oh, you're in the mansion? I'm going to go through the bar, and I'm going to come up, and I'm going to freaking shank you guys.
That mayor, here's this mansion. It will protect you from urban violence.
It'll protect you from nothing.
You could shoot through those fucking walls.
Oh, yeah, it was so easy. Unless you knew, like, where to sit. And then...
Pretty much, whenever you died in there, if you knew what you were doing, if you died in the place, you either got shot from the main, the deer head area, because people could hop on that thing.
Yep.
Or you'd run into the bedroom and be like, wait a second, there's a bathroom behind me. Why do I have several new assholes in my stomach?
Yup. And then...
That was the last game, or I'd say, that had the best shotgun. Like, the best feeling shotgun. Because they brought the Spaz 12 back, but that was the last game that had the best feeling shotgun.
I don't know about that.
And we'll come back to the Striker in Modern Warfare 3.
It was better in that. Though the ump was better in Modern Warfare 2. The ump was just dead. Remember that you could put a Kimbo on all SMGs?
Yes, and remember the hack that happened in Modern Warfare 2 for like that straight week? Where half the lobbies you hopped into, like, everybody ran at super speed, and if you jumped and hit an object, you died. So pretty much everybody ran around on ice skates at like 500 miles an hour with the SMG, or with double SMGs.
I don't remember that, but...
Yeah, that happened all the time. There was like that week straight where all the lobbies ended up getting hacked, because how the hack worked, it was like a virus. Once one person hopped into a lobby like that, it attached to their gamer card. And kept passing on. And then one of the best maps for that was Derailed, where everybody would be running across, and then they'd just run up a hill and then go flying into the side of the middle building and die.
I do remember that now. I hated Derailed. That was not that fun of a map.
That was a horrible map.
It was...
Everybody fought for that middle building, or they tried to walk into the back terrorist spawn.
Yeah.
Or some dumb terrorists walked out to the town and got sniped before they knew what happened.
Nope. It was pretty much, you're going to get sniped. That's what's going to happen to you.
It was just as bad as that one map. I think it was Wasteland.
Oh, yep.
With the middle bunker.
And that was it. And that was your only protection. Oh, there was a house.
I know that we had a lot of like shared experience with Modern Warfare 2, but... we'll talk about Black Ops.
No, we don't... Actually, we're probably going to skip over Black Ops.
Say a couple general things, because I have 2 things to say about Black Ops.
The Commando is the greatest gun in that game.
And... The AK-74 was the second best gun in that game.
There was no really solid maps.
There was weapon tier systems, and sure, it popped up in some other games, but that was the most blatantly obvious.
But it did have wager matches, which were, that is probably one of the biggest joys if you want to play Call of Duty and nobody's on, so you don't want to run into your elite 6 squads. You'd play wager matches, and you would have fun.
And then I played a lot of team deathmatch and hardcore team deathmatch, and what I kept running into was everybody use the fucking commando. And then if they weren't using, I'd be using the starting weapon, the M16. Then I'd use the starting fully assault or fully automatic weapon. I don't remember what it was called.
Hamas was fully automatic in that.
That was the third weapon, or the second weapon you unlocked. And there was another fully automatic one. And I was using that. Then people were just wasting me with the commando. Then I unlocked all the weapons, and I looked and saw like all the damage meters. I was like, oh, okay, the commando is actually pretty rocking. That must mean it has killer kickback, right?
Nope. Nope. But I will say
there was tiers of weapons. Same thing with the LMGs. The only exception was the M60, because the Stoner rocked everything, but the M60 actually held its own.
But the one problem with, or the one thing, because I enjoyed to exploit things in the game, not necessarily like the hacks or any like crazy jump spots, but things you're able to do, which normally, and then the next game comes out and they get rid of it. Like in Black Ops, I stacked up a bunch of RC cars. I would, because I'd run hardline, so 2 kills, I got an RC car. Okay, 2 kills, get an RC car, die. 2 more kills, got an RC car, die. So I'd be like 10 and 5, and I have 5 RC cars. Call RC car out, 1 out, rush, blow up, kill 2 people. Okay, call RC car 2 out, rush, blow up, kill 2 more people. And
don't feel so bad about that. In Modern Warfare 2, when I had the 10 classes, I always kept an F2000 with Full Metal Jacket, because for some reason that was perfect. It was the best weapon at killing riot shielders.
But I mean,
it was some kind of glitch that would just shoot through a riot shield.
I will say though, the one thing Black Ops had is my all-time favorite perk, and that's Hacker. Hacker was a great perk.
They brought that back for Modern Warfare 3, then they never brought it back. Not Hacker itself, but just there was the perk, then Perk Pro.
Uh-huh.
No, they did have that for Modern Warfare 2. It just wasn't nearly as good.
No, Hacker in Black Ops was...
Hacker, yes.
Was sit rep. So you would see the enemy equipment.
What did sit rep... Oh, sit rep 2, or sit rep Pro increased enemy footsteps.
And in Modern Warfare 2, it silenced your footsteps, which... It didn't silence... It silenced them to you.
In Call of Duty Ghosts, the dead silence is mitigated by...
Awareness. Amplify.
There we go. I don't really remember if dead silence was completely mitigated by Sitrep Pro. Or Ninja. That's what it was. It was Ninja. That was in
Modern
Warfare 2.
No, it was Ninja? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ninja, because
it was Ninja Pro though.
Ninja made it so heartbeat monitors, baby monitors, whatever you want to call them,
you were invisible.
You couldn't be seen by them.
I think they canceled each other out in Modern Warfare 2.
And then we didn't even bring up probably the best part about Modern Warfare 2.
Commando?
Yes, Commando. And also, let's backtrack, because we don't want to talk about Black Ops. We'll talk about Black Ops.
I just want to talk about Hacker, why it's the greatest perk, but we'll talk. We'll just talk about perks later.
Fuck you. We'll talk about Commando. That was the best perk ever.
No. I mean, it was fun, but it was also the most frustrating thing to see a guy just warp knife across the map and like, whoosh, you're like, oh, son of a bitch.
If you've ever played Grandia 2,
yes,
then you know about Rowan and his warp knife.
Nobody played Grandia 2.
Some people may have owned a Dreamcast, you never know. Or I guess a poor PS2 port, but... Anyways, warp knife. Jumping off buildings and being like, man, my legs are 5 ways broken, but fuck that, I'm gonna keep running.
But, no, Hacker 100 times better, because see the enemy equipment, hack the enemy equipment, hack their care package, which would always net you a few kills.
Sure, they brought that back for Black Ops 2.
Yep. No.
Yes, you could hack you could hack.
Oh, you're right.
You could steal and
you
hack.
had to have a that was a different
combat
perk.
Engineer.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It was kind of a
engineer.
stupid perk.
It was just straight engineer.
Yep, you're right. It was engineer, but you could easily see if the package was hacked or not. You couldn't do it in Black Ops 1. But I used to love.
You just had to have engineer to.
I also loved in Black Ops 1 that you could have your grenades and then you can have like an equipment thing, which, most people ran Claymores, which made Hacker even great, because all I would do is I'd run the jammer, run up, see the Claymore, jam their Claymore, run up, knife them, hack their Claymore, pick up my jammer, and run away.
I think I haven't seen anyone bitch more than in Modern Warfare 2 when they made the Claymore no longer a perk from Call of Duty 4. They made it an equipment slot because people would have 2 Claymores in Call of Duty 4 and then they'd have a frag grenade. Then people were flipping their shit because the you could only have 1 Claymore and no frag grenade.
Yep.
Unless you took a specific perk.
Well, if you had Scavenger, you could pick up another thing. You could place 2 Claymore.
They had to nerf that because some people could have up to like 8 Claymores.
Yeah, they nerfed it to 2. And I think Modern Warfare 2 also didn't have Ricochet on.
No, it did not.
But you couldn't get booted. Nope.
They did have Ricochet. It was only in Search and Destroy.
Right, because everybody would troll that. I don't know, I've trolled on there because I get pissed off at the people bitching. I'm like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out a rocket launcher, respawn, start of the game, explode, kill everybody. Screw you guys, I hate you.
Goddamn! Why does this keep going back to Modern Warfare 2?
I don't know. I
think it was probably the strongest entry.
Yeah. It was probably the most balanced, but everything was just underutilized.
And we'll stick on this forever if we don't go to Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, Modern Warfare 3 is my jam. Every map and a
Since I had more experience with Modern Warfare 2 than you did. Opposite thing where you played about 2 months of Modern Warfare 2, then you played 1 million hours of Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I played
1 million hours of Modern Warfare 2. You played a little bit, and I did play about for like a month and a half Modern Warfare 3, so I'll let you lead this one.
Modern Warfare 3 was my jam, and my exploit on it was Ballistic Vest, because playing hardcore... And
I exploited the shit out of
everybody did. But because in hardcore you had 0 ways to heal yourself. That was the only way to heal yourself.
Especially if you had a full party of 6 with one person like running whatever they wanted, then the other 5 people had ballistic vests. I
didn't even need that. But I did like the specialist because that was just fun. Be like, specialist bonus? Nah, everybody's
That was
dead.
really cool. I will admit that was probably one of the coolest things about that. Other than the fact they brought back my G36. I love that G36C. I would have its babies.
MP7, yes, I know. It's the cheapest gun, and everybody wants to bitch about it. But I rocked it. Put a silencer on it. Just, nope, not touching me.
Heckler and Koch made the G36 too.
I don't care. But yes, because I think it took a lot of people time to realize that you didn't have to put all 3 of your kill streaks on, or any of your kill streaks.
Ballistic vest.
Yes, you would literally, if you ran just UAV and ballistic vest, 5 kills, you got a ballistic vest. And it was, when you had 1 ballistic vest, it was super easy to get the next one. Though, it was
only 4 kills.
It was 5.
Are you sure? Because I could have sworn it was 4.
Nope, it was 5.
Then I was running a hard line.
You had to, because that's how I would know about when I was getting close to the Moab.
I don't even know why I brought that up against you. You played Infinitely.
That's how I knew when I was getting close to the Moab. And I was like, yep, this is easy. And then, Ghost ballistic vests, and they're nowhere near as good. In fact,
I will argue, yes, they're not nearly as good, but they have their uses, and you keep whining about how they seem to do nothing.
Because I keep running into armor piercing.
That, and I guess that. But we play hardcore mainly. The strength of the ballistic vests and ghosts come from the fact that we're sitting about 2.5 feet apart. You're fucked. Let's change up that scenario. You are about 25 yards away, then I shoot you. Then ballistic vests are godlike because I put 5 rounds in you. Then you put 2 and I'm dead.
Yes, that's true. Except if you have armor piercers and then they do nothing.
To be fair, grips. Everybody, or because Iron sights have seemed to degrade since Call of Duty 4.
Really? I think I pretty much always run iron sights. With a few exceptions, but...
Because the M60 was... Oh, Jesus. Oh, the M60 had the worst iron sights in Call of Duty 4. They were... I can't even begin to describe how bad they were. You just have to see it for yourself. YouTube it later. Either way, it's like that had awful ones. The G36... Once you got used to them, it was awkward, but they were alright. The iron sights were pretty good. Nothing tops the good old-fashioned Russian AK RPD sights. You had the crescent moon. They're amazing. Because you just can see everything. Then they started to degrade over time. They seem to be less accurate. Or at least for me. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting worse. Those JRPGs.
but Modern Warfare 3, yeah. I'm trying to think of... There's very few maps that I would say I didn't like. I think it was called Wall Street. It had Wall Street. You were at Wall Street. I can't remember it.
Was that for some reason? Was that like a DLC map?
No, it came for it. Crash. Was it Crash?
Crash was Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
With the helicopter.
But maybe this one was also...
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk.
Orlando Bloom died.
Oh.
No, he didn't die.
Yeah. No, he didn't die. He just fell. He lived. What was that map called?
What happened in it?
It was just... You had the bank, and you had, like, the stock market, and in the middle you had the...
Oh, and then there was that huge place where it, like, went down underground.
Yeah, and then...
It's like a current... or pretty much it's like a Call of Duty map now, a ghost...
Yeah, and then you had like
but flatter.
Yeah, and you had.
I know what you're talking about.
That was a horrible map. I did not like that map.
Oh God!
I didn't like Underpass. Underpass was from Modern Warfare 2, or was there another Underpass? You know which one? There where you're under the
bridge.
Yeah,
you're pretty much under like I-75.
Yeah, and it's like this is kind of not.
I know that one.
But it was... And
everybody held literally under the underpass.
Yeah.
That was the whole trick of the map.
Mission was fun. The Mall Arcadin, I like that.
Was Mission the one with the...
Mission was the one with the hill and the church up top. And then you had like the crap down below, and if you spawn down below, you're only hoping hell...
That's where one of the famous quotes from you came, where you watched several... After watching like a bunch of my kill cams there, you finally said, "You know what, Josh? Your fuck-ups seem to be godsends." Every time I fucked up, it happened to work out in my favor.
Yep. But there is... I guess there's one thing we have to talk about when talking about Modern Warfare 3, which everybody hates, and I hated...
Resistance?
No, I'm not talking about... Resistance was fun, because every time we'd spawn as the French, and then whoever I'd be playing with, I forget who it was, but he'd be like, "Zishy Ajuvi," because we remembered the Muzi commercial. I'm like, "Yup. Yes, that's French these kids are speaking. But no, they're not French. They're American. Fuck off, lady." I actually watched the German...
Oh, I was going to say, was that map you're talking about Arcadin, but
Arcadin was the mall.
Yeah, it was definitely the mall.
And that was fun. And...
no fact-checking on this podcast. Not at all.
I'm just kind of... Dome was alright. Super easy to exploit.
That is a horrifying sound.
Yeah, we're about to die. Mission was the one where... Yeah, the only way if you spawn like on the low side, if you spawned as the terrorist, aka the black people, and that not to be racist, but on that map
not to be racist, but the Whitey had him down.
Yeah, if you didn't use a javelin to kill the people up top, you were pretty screwed, or you had to know where to throw your grenades. And frag grenades in Modern Warfare 3 are actually frag grenades in all Call of Duty. Are way better than Simtex, as much as people want to go, no, Simtex is better because it's stick.
But if you know how to use a goddamn frag grenade, you don't have to go through this.
Yes, you're right.
You just count it. Literally, you just say 1, 3, and you get some decent distance.
Well,
you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll airburst them more than likely.
Yeah.
If you count 5, then you're pushing it. If you count 6, then you're not counting.
Oh, you
6.
can't get to 6. 5 is you counting 5 to get them when they're right around the corner and they're camping because they saw you and you saw them at the same time. So you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
But what else was a great map? Seatown. I love Seatown.
Was that the one where you had the corner building?
Yep,
in the
restaurant, and you had the marketplace in the middle.
Yes, I remember this map. And then there was that weird, drainage area where you could run up to the little fortress area.
The castle, yep.
Yeah, the castle, there we go. I remember that area. I kind of liked that map.
That map was pretty good. That map was my Moab map for sure. That map, I'd make people cry.
Lockdown. That was my map that I remember. I can't say that was my map. That's the map I remember the most.
Which one was Lockdown? Oh,
Washington.
Lockdown. Yeah, Lockdown.
With the rotunda.
Yep. Lockdown.
That
was fun.
I'd be like, hey, they're at the rotunda. And then there'd be 5 people in the lobby. They'd be like, what's a rotunda?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, we're fucked.
There's also that map where you had the down helicopter where you could get in and get on the chain gun. And if I was spawned down there, I'm like, I'm going to get in.
That wasn't Lockdown.
No, that wasn't Lockdown. That was the different map. But
I had the weirdest luck where I'd always go there and kill a bunch of people with that and then run away. And then people would be like, wow, you got 10 kills with the chain gun throughout the span of that map. How do you not get shot? I'm like, I don't know.
That was a good one. That was my map that I kind of enjoyed putting, just running up and. No, Fallen. Oh, Fallen was the construction yard.
No, that was Hard Hat.
That was Hard Hat. Which one was Fallen?
Oh, good dear God. That's the one with the playground. And then the red brick building. There was a red brick building that could look out most of the map. And then there was a broken-ass greenhouse.
Oh my God, I'd have to
And then there was a seesaw. People were always bitching about the seesaw. That when they're like, they're at the seesaw, then you knew that they were right on your flank. And you're like, oh no.
I remember which one. Yeah.
There's a bunch of alleyways through the area.
Now that I remember it though, we always ended up playing fucking domination. Everybody wanted kills.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then I'd get pissed because I'd be like, screw you guys, I'm going to take all the flags. They're like, dude, take all the flags. Or we'd play, because we always played headquarters.
I think that's the perfect, headquarters, yes. I think that's the perfect segue into Black Ops 2, though. Talking about game types, because domination was popular. You know what else?
Capture
a lot
the
of your
flag.
friends, yes, capture the flag.
Oh, I hate it. I was the only person out of all my friends that I think could actually do something and capture the flag. And then they would get mad at me for doing it. They're like, don't capture the flag. I'm like, why?
Because it's kill farming, and kill farming equaled more attachments for guns, and more attachments for guns equaled more experience. And then
they got
the
rid of
entire crux of Call of Duty. I will argue, since Call of Duty 4, when it got popular, the entire crux of Call of Duty is, "Ooh, you suck. Look at my kill-death ratio."
Oh, I don't have a kill-death ratio to brag about. In average throughout all the Call of Duties, I'm a 1.5 easily, just 1.5. Average through all Call of Duty. That's the way I play, because I can hold down areas. I can do a lot. I'm not a good sniper, so that's why you see, that's why he's low. But I'm also the guy who will go and, get you guys out, or I'll take a few deaths just to, nail you with something stupid and then laugh when you keep going back there.
Well, let's take a little look through history. So my Call of Duty at the end, or Call of Duty 4 at the end of it, was 120. Modern Warfare 2 was about 2.7.
Christ.
That was my game, and I didn't even have to camp for that one. I don't know why. The ACOG scope was just legendary for me. Black Ops ended with
Oh, where you just died. Black Ops 1.4, okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Okay,
Black Ops around 1.4. Modern Warfare 3, I ended around a 1.6. Black Ops 2, I ended at 176, 177. Then than Ghosts currently, I've been dropping between a 165 and a 180.
Yeah.
And going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, I'll raise it up, then I'll lower it, then I raise it up. I stopped carrying around Modern Warfare 2, where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to have fun with this. Then it's just pretty much all over the place.
It's ultimately, like, when I look at the leaderboards, I kind of, like, just the way I play, I guess, because I guess my mindset is I have a very, like, tactical mindset while playing Call of Duty. So
you tactically decided to take off your Turtle Beach headsets and then break them against something.
Oh, that was because that asshole was supposed to be watching my back, and he didn't. And I was so pissed at him. I'm like, you are the worst fucking player in this game. It was
something. He was a friend of a friend.
Yeah, I'm like, you're the worst fucking player in this game. I'm counting on you because what? Oh, you're the worst player in this game. Okay, we're back after taking a quick break and my getting raged out over busting my headsets and refusing to ever play with that guy again because he was the absolute worst.
Yes, that was our sponsors. Yes, let's go with sponsors.
Yes. So we'll just jump ship. Yeah, we just hit the hour mark. But now we'll just talk about Black Ops 2, which can easily be said into, hey, guess what? It was pretty much everything was... Remember when we were talking about tug-of-war maps? That was Black Ops 2, tug-of-war map. There was very few maps that weren't really... They were all super symmetrical and just tug-of-war.
Especially when they brought back Nuketown.
And they brought back Nuketown.
And know when that wasn't a symmetrical tug-of-war map? Remember when I mentioned assault shields? And also remember when I said we'd get back to them? Well, Nuketown 2025, assault shields, LMGs with full metal jacket.
And target finders.
And
trophy systems.
Yes.
So, unless you had a class set up with, 4 new tubes and, grenades and stuff.
Or C4. C4 could help.
Or if you could get your EMP grenade in the right area to destroy their trophy system, you pretty much were going to have to die about 4 times before you would kill that guy with a tube at his back.
Especially considering the fact that there'd be 6 of them.
Oh, yeah, and they're also wearing flak jackets. So, yes, those Black Ops 2...
parties of 6 people with assault shields, LMGs, specifically the LSAT...
with a target finder. Bullshit. Oh my god, it was the worst.
Then they'd be like, "Oh, you guys suck." And and god damn it,
Yeah, but yet when you killed them or got up behind them, they start screaming. You're like, "No, shut up. Shut up with your stupid ass. Stupid assault shield." I hated you so much.
And they never brought it back.
Not where you can plant them.
Nope, and they never brought the assault shield back.
They never will, because
trophy systems.
Trophy systems,
No, because of trophy systems, they'll never bring it back.
Yeah. Now you actually have to use a person.
For those uninitiated, even though I don't know why you would be uninitiated to Call of Duty, since that's all we've been talking about for an hour. Fun fact, you could shoot through every wall in Nuketown with an LMG with flak jacket. You could literally sit there and spray through...
Full metal jacket.
You could spray through the house, or through the house, the garage, and kill people as they spawned. It was difficult, but you could.
I guess so. They never...
Depended on your positioning, but you could definitely shoot through that garage.
They rarely caught me up.
You could shoot through that garage.
Yeah, you could.
You could shoot through 2 walls in that garage and hit them.
You can also launch a tube straight up in the air and it'd fall down on the other spawn.
You could do that since Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
That was called mortar striking. Before there was a mortar strike.
The worst kill streak. So, yeah, Black Ops 2.
Oh, World
pretty
at War.
much tug-of-war maps, and if it wasn't a tug-of-war map, you were probably trying to rush to the other spawn, because they're like, that's the good spawn.
Oh, hijacked.
hijack, where you could somehow set up a spawn glitch. Hey, I spawned on this side. Oh, we're spawning at the front. Oh, that's because they're all spawning literally in front of me.
There was more confusion on that map than plans.
Oh, and then people be like, let's just hide in the middle with our assault shields. I'd be like, I bet you these people don't know I could chuck a grenade under this hot tub and it's going to blow them up. It's unfair. You're cheating. How'd you throw grenades under there? I'm like, I watched the video, and this guy told me that you could throw a grenade into this vent, and it would go down.
Thanks, guy. Now I'll watch your crazy Slender videos.
No,
because that was the time.
Yep, that was the time. What the hell is this book? Oh, okay. I just saw this, and the way it was looking, and you're like, Slender. I'm like, who's this scary guy in the back of this book here? What is he doing? But then I picked it up, and then I realized that it was Kenny Loggins. Hi, yes. Kenny Loggins, a.k.a. Joe Hill.
Special guest of the podcast, Kenny Loggins. But fuck you.
Heaven help the man who finds his way. Or highway to the danger zone.
God damn it. No, I can't.
I gotta cut loose, foot loose.
I can't bitch about hijack with you talking about Kenny Loggins.
He's great. Who doesn't love Kenny Loggins? What was
apparently hijacked in like
I'm all right. I've got to stop singing, or else we're gonna have to pay Kenny Loggins. We don't have money to afford Kenny Loggins,
but I don't want to pay him.
No, I can't afford you, Kenny Loggins. Why can't you be cheap? I bet you Loggins in Messina is cheap somehow. But hijack, everybody hates. Subject hates hijack. Subject hates all the popular maps. So
you had two options in hijack. You could either run across the middle, or you could run under it.
Yep.
You could run across the middle or run under the middle, unless you wanted to do snipe.
Or you could just camp the back of the spawn.
Quote unquote snipe. I've been saying this for well over a year. My theory on hijacked is people don't like hijacked. People like what they can do to others on hijacked.
Yep.
Nobody actually likes the map. They just like spawn trapping the shit out of people.
But I will confess that because of Black Ops 2, I found my best game mode, and that's kill confirmed. And I don't enjoy playing kill confirmed. Like, I enjoy it to an extent, but it's not something I usually jump into and play. But it's still like my best game mode. I got on Modern War or Black Ops 2. I think like after a week I was ranked like 400s in it. They're like, what? I'm like, I see a tag, I pick up tag. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I'm just doing the objective. Apparently, there's thousands of people who don't.
Yes.
But also speaking of, Black Ops 2 also taught me the game mode I'm best at. The problem is, fuck you, everybody. Why do you keep leaving it one in the chamber? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yep. There was a problem in Modern Warfare 3, was one in the chamber.
I loved one in the chamber. Nobody could beat me at one in the chamber. That was the problem.
One in the chamber.
Every time we played one in the chamber, I'd shoot you in the head and you'd get pissed.
Because I would lose. I
spent more time in Call of Duty games using a pistol than anything else.
Any of the other party game modes, I loved.
Gun game was amazing.
Love gun game.
Ghost, gun game is probably my favorite mode.
Gun game is pretty fun. Yeah, because you just don't care. And
it's like... So, whenever I play Call of Duty Ghost these days, it's usually with this guy here. And most of the time, we have no friends that are playing it anymore. They're off on their Xbox Ones, or they're doing something else completely, like Netflix. Right. And it's like, well, we don't have a party. What should we do? Well, there's always gun game, or there's always infected. Then we play a lot of gun game, and then what ends up happening is either I come in first and he comes in second, or I come in first and he's not in the top 3.
Yup. Or I just go on, but I'll have some crazy good kill death ratio. Like, I only died twice, but I came in third. How'd that happen? Dude, I played Gun Game the other day, and it was great because just how everything happens. I'm not one of those people that like to run around and stab like a lot of people run into when you play Gun Game, which is fine, because I'm like, those guys are easy pickings to get me off stupid guns anyway. I get pissed when they hit me from behind, but what are you going to do? But I was playing, and like it just happened. Like I was switching a weapon. In the midst of switching a weapon, somebody would run around the corner, and I just shank them. I didn't end up winning, but I had the most kills. I was on the gun before getting the akimbo magnums.
Yeah, I know what
with ACOG. So the Kimbo Magnums and ACOGs is the gun you get before you get the combat knife, and if you get the
just as a final fuck you.
Yeah, if you get the combat knife, like if you kill somebody with it, you win. So. But yeah, I ended up having like 27 kills right before I even got to the magnums, and I had like 7 stabs because I'd be in the middle of switching to gun, and be like, I'm gonna stab you because I don't have time to like switch my gun fully to the sniper rifle at close range.
Last time I played Gun Game, of course, was with you, and I remember you were just all salty and whiny. Because it's like, I got shot in the back most of the time, and I won the match. It's like, I shot you in the back most of the time. What a coincidence. Every time I walked around a corner, you just happened to be turning at that point, and I could see your back.
But we should explain why we play Gun Game instead of like playing like Hardcore Team Deathmatch or anything else, is because the worst thing you could do is if you're a decent Call of Duty player, you don't have to be the best. We're pretty decent. I mean, we're good. We know how to play.
We're slightly above average.
Yes.
Mainly because we know, or we understand the maps, and we have brains. We know how to run
right, and we can communicate and all that. But when you're playing with randoms that don't know what they're doing, and you lose because of that, and you rock the map, dude, I won like 30-3 one time in a match.
Lost.
Yeah, and it was normal freaking team deathmatch, and I used just a shotgun, and I rocked it, and we lost.
Shotguns are underrated.
Yeah, but it was the fact that I literally just won off on all these people. I'm like, and then like the other team was like, man, you really had a great game. I'm like, yeah, but we look at the scores of the other team: 1-15,
0-20,
0-20. Well, yeah, they suck. Yeah, and I lost because of it. I hate playing with people who can't play.
Which is why, again, as we prefaced in the beginning of this podcast, we generally play this game these days if we have a party.
Yeah, because it's just like it's being stuck with the randoms and people who can't play. It's just so frustrating that you don't want to deal with it. And I know
it doesn't have like the craziness that games like Titanfall have, where it's the tier systems aren't nearly as wide, and there's so much going on where it's just right. There's no holding anything.
Because I mean, if it's randoms against randoms, it's usually fine. But usually when you're playing Call of Duty now, if you don't have a full team, I mean, if we have 5, we can run it. 4, pushing it, but you're usually going to run into a team of 6, and we
really glossed over Black Ops 2. Let's hurry up and close this, and we'll get into the problems of Ghost. So, let's just say, what was your favorite map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2?
The remake
Irrelevant Aftermath.
The remake of Firing Rain?
Irrelevant Aftermath.
That was the worst map.
I love that map because people were like, oh, this middle. Oh, wait. Why do I have a bunch of buckshot in me? It's because shotgun.
Yep.
I love that shotgun. I could not get enough of that shotgun, and if I couldn't use the shotgun, I just whipped out the M27.
Here's the plan. We got the crappy spawn, so just sit back and wait for them to come to us, and we won't die. What's Josh doing? He's just going to run in the middle, and he's just going to kill everybody. Well, what are we?
This map gonna end? It's gonna end with like 30 kills and 10 or 30 to 10. Nothing happened. Or the entire the crux of the game was Josh killed everybody with a shotgun.
Yep.
The end.
Yep, it was a boring game. And then
seriously though, please don't say Carrier.
No, Carrier.
Please don't say Carrier.
Carrier, good at, yeah, but the fun factor in it was kind of like Raid. I did like Raid because
Raid was good.
I could be good at Raid.
Probably the best, or jokes aside, probably the best map overall was Standoff.
Yeah, Standoff was wholeheartedly the best, and especially if you knew, because there's a lot of cut-throughs and like weird jump spots that you could get up to like get around the enemy, because normally would run into people camping, so their spawns
there was a good
like,
counter to everything. You had a good sniping spot on either side. You had two good sniping spots on either side. You had the hay bale and the grandma's house on one side. The opposite side, you had the red shutter building, and you had the corner warehouse building with the overlook to the tank. Then you also had a nice neutral brown house in the middle.
Yep.
It was all nice. It was all balanced. If you couldn't make it one way, you could probably make it the other way.
Yep.
It was a good, honest fight. Then let's move on to the
Call
DLC.
DLC and Black Ops 2?
Yes.
Good. I liked them.
That we may have opposing viewpoints on this. What was your favorite of the 4 maps?
4 map packs, yep.
What was your favorite of the 4 map packs?
Not including the remake maps?
Not including the remake maps, because
Not
I know
including the
what you'd
remake
probably say. Because you'd say Firing Range.
I like Detour.
And you'd probably... really? I thought you would have said the remake of Uplink.
Oh, that was... Uplink was the name of it. It was not Array, it was... something like that, but yeah.
And then we know somebody who was obsessed with the remake of the hockey map, Reno.
From
Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that was... I forgot what it was. Actually, now thinking about it, I like Rush. That was the paintball map. I really liked that map. I thought that was fun.
And I knew this would happen, because I have to disagree. I did not care for that map at all. My favorite map was...
the skateboarding map?
Yes.
Yep, that was good.
Probably the one thing that disappointed me the most about that was, okay, you have a skateboarding map. It's in Venice. It's made by Activision, who also made Call of Duty.
Nope.
Or who... Activision made Call of Duty.
Yes, but you're...
And they also made Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Where was Ollie the Magic Bum? It didn't even have to be Ollie. It could have just been like a cardboard box that said Ollie lives here. Where was Ollie the Magic fucking Bum?
The cop's name in Tony Hawk.
Officer Dick.
Officer Dick.
There was the secret characters were like Officer Dick, Private What's-Her-Face,
Private
Carrera, and Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man. I like the DLC for that map. I didn't get a whole lot of... Same with Black Ops, going back to Black Ops, the final DLC, didn't get a whole lot of chance to play it because people who didn't buy the season pass were like, well, the new Call of Duty's coming out, why would I waste money on it? I'm like...
That happened, and it's like, well, why didn't you just buy the season pass? It's like, well, because the final DLC pack will come out, and then... Call of Duty, or then the new Call of Duty will come out, and then it'll be like, I could have saved $5 by not buying the last map pack. Then it comes out, and then people are like, ugh, I hate the new Call of Duty. Why'd I get this? I should have just played Black Ops 2, because ghosts suck.
Or, what else is the big problem with that is, oh crap, I had it on the tip of my tongue. It's the whole map pack thing, because it's like nobody ever had it. But
are you talking about the Modern Warfare 3 Hardened Edition? Where you got screwed?
No, I knew what the problem was. The problem was in Black Ops 2 it happened, and I think it happened in Modern Warfare 3, but I know for a fact it happened in Black Ops 2, where after the first 2 map packs came out, a bit of time, they were on the deal of the week for half off, so it completely negated the fact of buying the season pass. Because you buy the season pass, you're like, okay, you save $10, you're gonna buy the maps anyways, so you might as well save $10, not a problem. And then all of a sudden the maps are half off, so it's pretty much buy one get one. So you're like, you don't save. You actually now you're spending more. You spend $5 extra.
Let's preface this really quick. So I didn't get Modern Warfare 3. In fact, I sold my 360 at this point because I was all aboard the PS3 JRPG train, and I was super busy with school. This guy here was hopping on the Call of Duty train at the time. He's like, "Oh, Call of Duty 3. I have a $20 gift card to Best Buy."
No, I got a $100 gift card to Best Buy.
Oh, Christ. Anyways, $100 gift card to Best Buy. I'm getting Modern Warfare 3. You know what? Know what's a good deal? Call of Duty 3 and the map pack. Modern Warfare 3 and the map pack, the hard edition.
Yep, with the Elite. Yep.
And then that's $110. And then not like in November for Black Friday, Call of Duty was $30 and the map pack was $30. So then you could have gotten both for full or normal retail price,
right.
And you got completely fucked.
But going back to Modern Warfare 3 and the Elite thing, worst thing ever, because it was like, okay, cool, season pass, get all the maps, you're gonna get them. Guess what? Oh, new maps come out, you don't get to play them in normal rotation, you get to play them in the Elite rotation. Does it have hardcore team deathmatch you like to play? No, it has a hardcore game mode where it's all the hardcore game mode.
You actually went in a different direction from that than what I thought you were gonna do.
No,
I thought you were gonna say, wait a second, the barrack system from Black Ops did all this and more than...
Oh, no, that's wholeheartedly true. That was dumb in itself. Or that was kind of pointless. That it's like, now you have to go online. It's like, but you could do
that before on Black Ops.
And it was a lot easier. But no, the whole Elite, and they've done it with Ghost too. And this will segue a bit into Ghost, is the fact that you get the new map packs, which is all fine and dandy. You're like, I'm going to get them, I'm going to play them. Fine and dandy. Oh, you can only play them in the new map pack mode. Oh, and your objects are core. 2 versions of core. One that's, team deathmatch, kill confirmed, and domination. The other one is, the other objective mode. Or you could play hardcore, which is just a mash of all the hardcore ones. So it's like, oh, you want to play the new map?
That's been the same way since Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. Because I remember in Black Ops, I remember in both...
I'll take your word for it.
I remember both Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, when the maps came out that day, they were in rotation. You wouldn't see them if your friends didn't have them, right? But they were in the rotation, so it's like, cool. And then, you pretty much were forced to get them because your friends were like, well, we're not going to play with you because we want to play the new maps.
I ran into that problem in Black Ops 2. Very fast I ran into that problem.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play with me anymore. It's like, but
Black Ops,
I'm better than all you people. And
Black Ops 2, as soon as the maps came out, in rotation. Modern Warfare 3, it's got to be an Infinity War thing. No, it's in a special mode. Why? Why is this in a special mode? There's no point.
To be fair, Infinity Ward isn't really Infinity War.
But still, it's the fact of the matter is, like, I don't want to... Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get people who play specific game modes that want to play the new maps. And then they're going to be like, well, I suck at search and rescue. I'm not good at it. I don't want to play it. So now you're going to get in a lobby with people.
Never play Counter-Strike, for the love of God.
Well, now you're going to get people... I can't say hate it. I'm not good at search and rescue, but last time I played it, I somehow rocked through it. But it's the fact of the matter is, now you're going to be sitting with 6 people, and everybody... And then you get into lobbies. You find the lobby you want. Well, now another team joins in. Oh, they don't want to play this mode. They want to play search and rescue. So they're all dropping out, and then they're all joining. It's like this is pointless. And the new map packs for Ghost...
That really comes down to the fact that nobody really plays search. It's not... I can't really say that. Not many... Or you look at, 120,000 people play Call of Duty Ghost on the Xbox 360.
Right.
And I was very sad to see 25,000 people the same, literally, minute on the Xbox. But, anyways, back to the original story. 125,000 people playing Ghosts on the 360, and then 10,000 people are playing hardcore.
Uh-huh.
Or just, it was 25,000 people playing hardcore in general, 15,000 playing the deathmatch. It's a weird niche.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing is, and if people have been complaining about it on the Call of Duty forums and all that, it's pretty much hardcore gets super overlooked. Which, I mean,
it's a weird niche, and people will say, "Oh, I hate that." The normal thing, I shoot a guy, they should die. blah blah blah, this or normal is too hard. I argue that normal makes you actually have to aim.
Oh yeah, I think it's a completely
normal is a completely different. It's a different game.
Yeah, hardcore is more about being able to move around the maps and knowing where the enemy is at.
I say it's a bit more tactical and team oriented.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you got a team of 6 and you're all communicating, yeah, you're pretty much going to win most of the games. But it's just, the reason why I don't like Search and Destroy the game mode is because in Call of Duty, I will learn from my mistakes, which, that's how you get better, is you learn from your mistakes. But the problem is when you're playing Search and Destroy, Search and Rescue, well, Search and Rescue, you can hopefully get revived and
depends on your teammates,
right?
Really.
But the fact is you can't really learn from your mistakes.
It's the Counter-Strike approach without the dickish flashbangs.
Right. So then, now you're stuck with, okay, these guys are going to camp here, here, and here. I'll just shoot them with the tube. Now everybody's mad at you because you used a tube. Now tubes are all everywhere.
Yeah.
But,
that is unfortunate.
The fact of the matter, so, I mean, the new DLC for Ghost came out, and the maps are pretty
I'll take your word for it because I didn't want to put any money into it.
That's fine. But I'm just saying they're old school kind of smaller Call of Duty maps where, it's more run and gun oriented. And
since we're getting into the DLC, let's do a quick rehash on Call of Duty Ghosts. What are your feelings? What's your favorite map currently?
Ooh, that's a tough one. My feelings are every time you start, I start to play it and enjoy it, then I run into something that I completely hate about it. And my favorite map currently, I'd want to say Strike Zone, because that's the small hot dog stand map.
Yes, okay.
Because, at least you can, do some run and gun. Prison Break is probably my best map. And a lot of people... I enjoy Prison Break, but the problem is... My problem with Ghost stems from the fact that it's very... It's not... It's... I like what they tried to do, but it felt like they took a step forward, but a little bit also took, a few steps back.
It's like, the first... I bought Call of Duty Ghost Day 2. Uh-huh. There was the midnight release, the day of, then the day after. You were playing it, a bunch of people I knew were playing it. I was sitting there at Black Ops 2. I was like, I got some money to burn. I'd like to play with some of my Xbox Live friends. Let's do this shit. I bought it, and then I had a blast with it. I said, you know what? This is the best game I've played since Modern Warfare 2. I love this game. Then a week later, ghillie suits. Ghillie suits, marksman rifles.
Yep.
At first, marksman rifles weren't a big deal, but ghillie suits, marksman rifles.
Oh yeah, ghillie suits.
It was an interesting idea to be able to customize your guy, but if you're gonna do that, who in their right mind decided that not everybody is going to use ghillie suits, or not as many people as possible are going to use ghillie suits?
Well, to be fair,
there's a bunch of people who refuse to use anything but the ghillie suits. At one point, in the small circle of friends that me and James here has, one of the friends that we have, or friend of a friend, he's got a stupid kill death ratio. It's almost 4. It's because he's a big bitch. He ends up games going 31-0, 31-1, 30s and very low numbers, and he ends up just sitting in weird areas with a ghillie suit in the bushes with a LMG, and whenever you call him out on it, then he's like, no, I'm not a camper, and then if you camp him and kill him, then it's the biggest deal in the world, and then he lets everybody know and sends you 15 messages. He gives you a dissertation on why you're a bitch.
Oh my god, that's...
Fire something, I don't remember his name.
But it's the fact that, Call of Duty is going to be camping, I understand it. But at least, okay, you have the sniper rifle, you get the ghillie suit. That's fine. If you're sniping, you probably should be camping, because unless you want to be a quick scoper, but those guys can go, or just kidding. So, you're pretty much gonna be. So it's like, okay, I understand.
That's understandable. That's why the sniping squad or old sniping squad member
got the ghillie suit. And it's the fact of the matter is, like, you know, if they got
stuck out,
and if they got close, if they were close enough to him, like, or if you were close enough to the guy in the ghillie suit and they're using a sniper rifle, it's going to be fairly difficult for them to, like, hit you, because they're not going to be able to turn as fast and, like, hit you, or they're going to hit you in, like, the arm or something, and you still have a shot to just unload on them because they can't get a second shot off. But no, everybody wears ghillie suits. And
shotgun, SMG, assault rifle, what have you. Generally, marksman rifle, ghillie suit.
So it's now it's become great. Now you're blending in. It's even, and they try to offset it by adding the stupid
thermal scope.
No, special character, so people be like, oh. I can play as
Captain Price.
Well, now you can play as Soap. I can play as Makarov. I can play as
who wants to be Makarov? Everyone wants to be Captain Price with his German porn star mustache.
I could play as the characters from Ghost, and it's like, okay, but then it's like,
no, what's cooler than the characters from Ghost and the old Legends that you had to pay $4 for? What? Ghillie suit.
Yep. Because it's free, and you boost it with your friends to max out everything. So it's like, oh.
They're like, oh, people won't, or a lot of people won't go through 800 chrome barrel kills. Uh-oh. How about this? We preface it with everybody who played Dreamcast and knows about the greatness of Power Stone. Especially Power Stone 2. Oh, no!
And then an infected, if you're not wearing a ghillie suit, you're at a disadvantage, because at least when you're the final survivor, well, it doesn't matter because you stick out, the radar lights you up. But
it's like you've seen, we played Infected a lot together. And then there was a lot of times where he specifically marks me on the map where he's like, I'm going to stand next to you, and if I die, I know where you're going to be. Or it's like, hey, Josh, talk on the map, and then I just stay silent because I know he's wanting to know where I am. Because I'm just lying down in the bushes in the ghillie suit, and there's been infected maps where I just lie there, and I already have enough kill streaks to not be shown on the map, so people don't know where I am, and I'm just lying in the grass. I'm like, I'm just gonna camp this out like a bitch.
Oh yeah, if I'm the final, here's what usually happens. In the beginning, I'll usually run around and get a few kills, and then when I usually try to avoid where everybody else is camping, because I'm like, that's where the assholes infected's going to first run to. There's a few, things that, or I'll be the jerk in the beginning and I'll block the places where they're trying to hide, just to be like, no, come on, let's make this fun.
Keep it sporting.
And then when I see the tables turn, then I go and I hide for a bit, and then I wait till I'm the final infected, and then or the final survivor, and I'll just run out in the middle. I'll be like, come at me, bros. And then they get so mad, because one time, I think I started the game, and it was like Warhawk or something, and everybody was up in the bar, and I came in late, so there was already 3 or 4 infected.
I came in with you.
Yeah. And all the people all up in, not in the bar, but all up in the top of Gina's.
The bakery.
They all died, and I just I was standing there by the ice cream shop, and I'm like, come at me, bro. And I end up getting the little specialist bonus. I'm like, oh cool, I just got 9 kills, and I want 9 and 1. Hooray. And they're all yelling at me. I do it in if I'm the final survivor, sometimes I just go and kill myself. I'm like, screw this. Boom.
Nobody will kill me.
But
we had that problem in Stonehaven where it's I know where you are, and you were the last survivor. You're like, nobody will kill me, and you jumped off. Nobody can hear you but me.
Yup, I gladly. I'm like, nobody will kill me. I survive. I mean, come on, zombie apocalypse. I know I'm never really going to survive, so I might as well jump off a cliff.
Or we had another fun map in Stonehaven. No, it's not Stonehaven. Stormfront? With the mall and the library? When I was lying down in the bushes near the bank, and then everybody ran by me, all the infected. One infected stood over me and ran off. then it was me and him alive, and we were just lying there in different spots. And it's like, if one of us dies, then I don't know what's going to happen.
I do like, though, when playing Warhawk with Riot Shields, is going in front of the ice cream shop, between the ice cream shop and the side, and just sitting there and watching the infected run by. I'm like, this is so funny. And I'll always...
I ran by you, I stopped, and then I turned, and then you Riot Shielded me. I was like, I know where you are, you asshole. Just like we had a fun map just like 2 days ago. We were playing, what's that map with the railway? Rail yard?
No.
Train yard?
Train yard. What's in it?
The train in the middle. It's snowy. Underground.
I know which one you're talking about. Oh, crap. You got it on your computer. Look at it.
There's no facts checking on this podcast. What are you talking about?
It's one of those, if I saw
I'm not buying for time to know that the map is freight.
Freight.
And then we kept having the stupidest dance. I was the first infected. He went underground.
Closed the
door. And I kept opening the door, and he kept closing the door. And it was the stupidest back and forth until I ran down and he killed me. Then we did the same back and forth again. And I went down and it was Riot. So I threw a Semtex. And I'm like, I'm going to stand here. He's either going to run into the Semtex or he's going to run into my knife. His choice.
Oh.
Either way, he's coming with me.
The only problem with infected is you get the people who are like, I gotta get the chem strike, so it's like, I mean, I've the closest I've came to getting a chem strike.
The closest you've
I came to getting a chem strike is probably like 6 away.
I can't say much. I fucked up like 5 different sentences.
Though I did on the that was such a great moment on the where it was the Scrapyard remake, Ignition, and you could get up. Remember how we said about the hangar? Well, you can get up to the 3rd floor. It's like Crawler now, like an Earth mover.
I totally know Ignition. It's in that map pack that I totally bought the season pass for. That one. I'm
explaining it. Well, in Infected, that's where like everybody goes because it's the best spot. Because pretty much the only way the Infected could get you is by throwing a knife up there. And it's super hard to, I mean...
That was the remake, right?
Yeah, the remake. Yeah. Well...
Remake for Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. So...
Scrapyard.
There was, 4 guys... I was, the final 4 guys, and I just got nailed with a knife, and I was like, oh, crap. And then this guy just goes on a tirade, kills everyone.
Oh.
Gets the chem strike, calls it in, and I stood up, he calls it in, I see him, through the outside, chuck a knife, perfectly hit him, chem strike's still going off, one guy alive, I know he's up top there, I'm like, crap, we're all gonna die, I don't want to die again, because I did fairly well, I just got infected, picked up a random throwing knife somebody whiffed with, turned, looked up, whipped it, nailed the guy right in there.
Before the chem strike.
Right when the bomb, the chem strike goes off, so the explosion's coming and the game ends. I'm like, oh, I just saved everybody's life.
It was so awesome that I took 30 seconds on the internet to just completely gloat about it.
Hey, I shot across Dust with the Desert Eagle and got a headshot and killed the guy in Counter-Strike.
Dust 2, motherfucker.
Dust 2. I did it.
And you got banned. But to be fair, for every awesome thing we talk about where we're like, man, we are totally the heroes, there's 80 examples where we're like, man, we are total chodes.
Wow, we really messed that one up.
But as we already established, my fuck-ups are my hero moments.
Hey, I see an IED. I think I'll just try and, set it off. I'll go and trip it and then run backward.
And then you blow.
Boom. Oh. Stupid danger close.
Well, my lower half is totally humping the guy who killed me, so does that count?
Oh, wait, I'm walking on the enemy?
But...
let me knife... Oh, wait, stupid knife!
As much as I'd love to be the Predator in the Devastation maps, I have no reason to really upgrade. Newegg did a crazy sale to date this podcast 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. And I got Call of Duty Ghosts. It was $20. I was like, hell, I'll get on the X-Bone, see what happens. I'm interested to see what the difference is. Funny story. Difference is lighting.
And
resolution, yes, a little bit.
In fact, it's got more people and it's more fun.
Oh, wow. In fact, it has a lot more people. Instead of 12 people, it has 18 people. And it's like, oh, man, there are a lot of people.
There's a lot of guys in hoods chasing after me. Gun Game, they added like 2 more people to it because I think Gun Game now
I didn't really notice.
6 or 8.
Gun Game had full 12 when I played it.
Oh, then they must have added because
it was a lot of people
on the 360. I think it's only 8.
Yeah, they had a lot of people in Gun Game,
which is fine for most.
Which is why I kept winning because it's like there's more people to shoot, and I also had some more bullshitty deaths because of that.
But that's the one thing that when playing these party games that pisses me off. That Black Ops, the first Black Ops did right, was the party games, which were wager matches. That was a great system. But they shrunk the map down, so like it wasn't a full map. So you're not running.
Keep telling me.
Yeah, you're not running around chasing. Like playing Gun Game in Stonehaven, you're running around trying to find somebody.
That I will agree. That was just awful. It was like playing Gun Game in like Aftermath and Black Ops 2, where it's like, please, for the love of God, don't choose Aftermath. Oh,
yeah, it's like and then everybody backs out. I guess we'll do the same too. Nothing.
And then it's not as bad as One in the Chamber and anything, where everybody backs out because they're like, ugh, I got shot. This is bullshit. I don't want to sit through this. It's like, no, just take it with some grace, please.
So we should probably wrap up now. So final thoughts, Call of Duty, fun game, got time to kill, it's a fun game. And yeah, probably hurting the gaming industry.
It hurt the gaming industry. It's something that, unless you have friends playing it, you probably won't have that much enjoyment of it. In the beginning, like earlier iterations like Call of Duty 4, which we didn't really talk much about, and same thing why we glossed over Black Ops. We have one person here who didn't know anything about Call of Duty 4. We have me who didn't know anything about Call of Duty 4. Kind of had to gloss over it. I had a lot to say about Call of Duty 4. He had a lot to say about Black Ops. But
not really, because it's not really that great. They had some moments.
Yeah, and Call of Duty 4 just completely revolutionized gaming and single-handedly dethroned Halo 3, which was a feat. It's earlier on it was more fun to play on your own, just hop into fun matches. That's why mercenary team deathmatch was a thing for quite a while until they got rid of it. Where you
probably bring that back.
Yeah, where it's just everybody's random, no
party chats,
some fun. They tried to mitigate that with Modern Warfare 2 with no party chats, but still, it's fun. It hurt the gaming industry. Yes, it created a lot of problems. But Jesus Christ, there's really no way to have more fun just dicking around with 6 friends, because good luck finding a 6-player co-op game.
Yeah.
And just looking at the 7th person who hopped in the party and say, oh, look who's the bitch of the group! Especially if the bitch of the group's the person who you kick out despite being like the 3rd person invited.
Or the better players.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, trust me. You
bitch the loudest. We're getting rid of you.
Yeah.
We'd have less fun when you were playing. Goodbye. Besides, anyways, podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.